everybody, it's Joel and Tim from Silver Arrow Cars, and this is our 1997 North American spec Land Rover Defender 90. This is the 4-liter V8 automatic transmission and is finished in Beluga Black. This, if you watched our driving video, is something that we bought as a summer vehicle and shop vehicle that we've had in inventory since. We bought it from a colleague in Vancouver, British Columbia. This was a US delivery vehicle. They did come to Canada as well. This one specifically was a black North American spec delivered in the US. So we've had it here for just over a year. We put a new set of tires on it that are a little quieter than the mud terrains that were on it and lowered the height just by a smidge as they're a smaller tire. And other than that, we haven't done a whole heck of a lot. Certainly these look a lot better without their fabric tops on them, and so we've had this off most of the time that it's been here with us. So I'm just going to walk you around a little bit and just show you the truck. It is in good condition. It is not mint. So this is not something that you would call an 8, 9, or a 10. It's been driven, obviously. And we thought it was a great candidate for something that you could take kids out driving in, or we could take to the beach, drive up island, one of the 2, 3 destinations we usually go in the summer. But just a good quality, good condition, super desirable in black Defender 90, and very nice that it's got the automatic transmission. A lot of these were all the manual transmissions. And though we do love manual transmissions, if you're multitasking or just want to relax, it's kind of nice having the automatic. It does have a worn winch on the front. Never used it, never tried to use it. Don't know much about it, but there you go. Looks like it's an HS 9500i. Does have JW speaker LED headlights in the front, which is great because the factory headlights are almost useless unless you're using them as a DRL. Underside is quite clean. It's got a full Bilstein suspension setup. The steering stabilizer in the front. But no corrosion issues, nice and tidy under there. These were all aluminum bodies, so some of the only steel portions were bumpers and frame. It's got upgraded Defender wheels from late model cars, and like I said, we just put these BFG KO2 all-terrains. We do have the factory, and they're painted gloss black fender flares that are a little bit narrower. If you like that look instead, those will come inside the truck. We did polish it once it got here, and we did paint meter it before we did that. Obviously, being an older black vehicle, it's been probably polished many times, and when we paint metered it, we were careful not to go overboard with our polishing, as the readings were fairly thin, and by that I mean indicated to us that it was the original paint from '97, and we didn't want to go overboard with any kind of wet sanding or polishing. Which was an interesting fact to find out along the way, that it did seem to be the original paint based on some of those paint meter readings. You can see the frame and all the underside looks really great. No weird corrosion or surface rust on the frame. In the back here, I believe we do have the code for these lock boxes, which is quite handy. Hopefully this ends up in a warmer climate somewhere in the southeast or southwest United States, and this will all be really handy. The stereo system sounds amazing. That sub is bolted down in the back here. All the foam or rubber on the roll bar system is all in really good shape, and I think I'll just keep mentioning it. We're selling this back in the United States on a US title. So you'll be buying this as if it was sitting in the US. passenger seat, does have some breakdown in the vinyl. I'm guessing these are probably the originals. Sorry, there you go. These are very easy to replace. There's lots of places online you can buy them. They're essentially just a skin. Very easy to replace, and especially if you wanted to actually upgrade this and do something like a tan leather interior, that would be a very cool addition to the truck, and I think would give it some extra flavor. That stuff is all easy and very readily available online. This is that factory AC system that is pretty rare in Defenders. Very cool that it's there. There's that aftermarket stereo. Alpine or JL audio speakers. Looks like a 6.5 in the door. And then I think those are 6x9s in the rear of the Tuffy boxes back here. As I said, it sounds really great. Windshield, I think, is the original. It's got some pitting and it's got that star in the center of it, but as I said, we didn't really go overboard with trying to make this a perfect Defender. We wanted this to be something that we were going to use. So I hope that helps you out. If you have any other questions, we will try and answer. This is leaving today and heading across the border. So it won't be in our showroom anymore, but it'll be sitting in Blaine, Washington. If anyone lives in that area, by all means we can coordinate for you to come up and see the truck there, but very limited production on these North American spec Defenders. Not easy to find the one you want. It's certainly not easy to find one in black. They've built lots in yellow, they've built lots in white, green. Nothing looks better than black, especially in a four-wheel drive. So I will leave you there. This is selling no reserve on a US title sitting in Blaine, Washington. We can handle all things involved with shipping or getting it to wherever it needs to go. That's not a problem. If you have a trade or something you'd like to trade towards this, please contact us at the beginning of the auction and send us photos, VIN numbers, etc., etc. We would consider that. But great truck. We've had a lot of fun with it. We've put on just under 1,000 kilometers. Our city is pretty dense and we're surrounded by ocean, so you don't have to go far to get where you're going. But what a great truck. Tennessee, Texas, California, New Mexico, wherever it ends up, hopefully it lives with the top off.